Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with, I don't want to call it a vlog. I mean, it kind of is a vlog, but it's like a reorganization video slash unhaul thing. I don't want to call it like a weekend vlog, even though it is going to be filmed over a weekend because so today's Friday, the 21st of May, and tomorrow I get my second shot of the COVID vaccine. And so Sunday, I'm just kind of assuming I'm going to feel like absolute crap because everyone that I know that has gotten the second shot has felt that way. So I'm not planning on like vlogging at all on Sunday or reading or doing much of anything. But I wanted to like kind of film a little vlog reorganization type video because John and I have to reorganize this office again. Because what I have found, let me flip you around here. So what I have found is, so this is where I work. This is where I am like Monday through Friday. And here's our guest bed, which this is all a disaster. Hopefully that'll get cleaned up as well. And what I'm finding is, so it was fine when I didn't have this like standing like riser thing. But I got the riser so I could stand when I have this little munchkin in the baby Bjorn and I'm like standing and working because he's home with me during the day and I have to, sometimes have him in the carrier because he wants to be held and I need to work. So we got the standing desk there, and then when I like moved the office chair, like it gets too close to the bed, and then there's like a bouncer here, and there's just not a lot of room between the desk and the bed. So what we are going to do is we are going to move the bed to that wall and move my bookshelves to that wall. So just give me more space, a more open floor where I need it. So I'm hoping that that gets done like this weekend. I've been talking about doing this for like at least a week now. And I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, I almost like full on fell flat on my butt because I tripped over the bouncer and I had little man in the baby Bjorn, and luckily like the office chair broke my fall. And I was like, John, we have to do this. So that is kind of what this video, this vlog thing is going to be about. Just a second, let me show you this. What you doing there, Spudster? He's not like rolling over or anything yet, but he is scooting a lot. And so I will move him to like here, and in like 5 minutes he'll be back to where he just was. He just moves all over the place. So we're gonna rearrange some things, and in the process of rearranging everything, like moving the bookshelves and stuff, I am going to, I think, have lots of books to unhaul because I've just realized there are a lot of books on my bookshelf that either I've read and like they were fine, I didn't hate them. Like normally if I just like all like straight up like DNF or hate a book, I get rid of it. But if I read it and I didn't hate it, like I'll hold on to it. But I'm realizing there are books that like I didn't mind them. They were okay. They were like 3-star reads, but I'm never going to read them again. It's not a book that I'm going to like recommend to like my mother-in-law or like my sisters, my mom, things like that. So I don't really need to hold on to them anymore. Like they were fine, but I don't need them. So either that, or there are just a lot of books on my bookshelf that I'm just not interested in anymore. Like I look at them and I'm like, why do I even have this still? So I am going to unhaul as well. So you'll see all of those books. Okay, see guys, look, let me show you where he's at now. You just move in. You get where you need to be, huh? Yes, you do. You getting that giraffe, huh? So I'm going to actually, I think, take care of the dogs, get them fed and whatnot before we have to go to this thing, wait for John to come home. And yeah, so I will check in with you guys when we've made some progress on this room. Maybe I'll film some clips and whatnot throughout the thing. Yeah, there's that. I'll see you guys soon. All right, everyone. It is now Saturday, like late afternoon. It's almost 4 o'clock. I got my shot this morning, my second one. Feeling fine right now. My arm's a little sore, but right now I'm feeling fine. So we'll see how tomorrow is. So we are in the office. Empty bookshelves, well, somewhat empty bookshelves behind me. So I have to, I can't stop laughing. This is too funny. I'll flip you around and show you like the new layout. So this is like, we're like walking into the office right now. The bookshelves are in exactly the same, not exactly the same spot, the same spot. Basically I swapped the desk and the bed because I had initially had the desk like there because of the window, but then I realized like most of the time I have to keep the curtains closed anyways, so like having the window like that I can look out of was like pointless anyways. So we moved the bed and the desk. What's funny is it took us about 3 configurations of like John moving all of this stuff to get the bookshelves almost exactly in the exact same spot. Like the only difference is these two shelves weren't next to each other. Like basically these two bookshelves were swapped before and now they're in this position, which I didn't even realize until I was like, oh, let's leave the outlet open right there. And so we're trying to like make room, like, you know, make sure I can get to it if I need it. And I was like, oh my gosh, these bookshelves are in literally the exact same spot. My goal is to not have to use this, like, it looks black, but it's like very dark brown, is to not have to use this shelf. That's the goal. I want to try and just use these two. But I have all of those, it goes back there, books to go through. But as like I was moving books around, because literally like all of these books were over there, and then I had to move them from there to here so that we could move the bed there. Like I was like, yeah, I can unhaul that. I'm never going to read that again. Like, why do I even have this? Things of that nature. So I feel like, I don't know if I'm going to get it to where it's just these two shelves, but I feel like this shelf won't be nearly as full as it was. So that is the goal. And I just made myself a coffee. I need to drink that. And then, John just asked me if we can go to the ice cream place. And then he'll think this whole bookshelf reorganization to put the bookshelves in literally the exact same spot is funny because, I mean, I think it's hilarious, but he wants ice cream and then he'll think it's funny. But he did just move like a bunch of furniture after also mowing our rather large lawn. So I can give him ice cream as payment for his hard work. So I'm going to drink some coffee and start going through my bookshelf or my books, and then we'll go get some ice cream. Hey everyone, so it is now Sunday night. It's not Sunday night. It's Saturday night. It's like almost 10 o'clock. I've been working in here. I'm starting to feel a little bit like weak and like winded, but it also could be just because I've been bending over and organizing my bookshelf. We'll see. But it's been almost 12 hours since I've gotten my shot, so there's that too. So I'm going to flip you around and show you the progress that I have made. All right, so we have my bookshelves. So this is set up somewhat similar to how it was. So this is historical fiction. These are like some of my favorite authors. It has Rita Zepedes, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Ellen Hildebrand, Kristen Hanna, Christina Lauren, and then I have Little Women. I have Emily Henry back there and Jodi Picoult there. And then these are more contemporaries with the exception of Barack Obama's book that I just didn't really have a good spot for it. So it's there. And then down here I have Nelson DeMille, Mary Higgins Clark, and John Grisham, just again because I didn't really have a good spot for them. Then over here, this is like a cozy mystery shelf, basically. No, it's not basically. That's what it is. So we have some of my faves. So we have the Sloane Krause series, the Literary Pub series, and the Hannah Swenson series. But there's like, I wanted to have my Port Danby up front, but they're too tall with this like ledge. I mean, I could do that, but it's a very tight fit. So yeah, and then I am making a mess. So then this is like more like mystery thrillers with my fave, Riley Sager, and then Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen up front. And then I have, this is just extra space. Then down here is like kind of like YA, like fantasy-ish type stuff back there. Actually, this book needs to move because that is not what that is. And then some other like more like sci-fi fantasy mist. And then there's like, you know, Leanne Moriarty is like more mystery thriller. But again, I just didn't have room. And then down here we have, this has kind of always been what's on here. It's like classics and nonfiction is down there. Then these are books that I couldn't like find a spot for that makes sense on those two shelves, but I have it down to like just that. Then over here, this is a pile right here of stuff that I don't know if I want to keep. And like, I've read some of the Janet Ivanovich, Stephanie Plum books. I just don't know that I want to own them. So I'm still trying to decide on that. So these are like maybes. I don't know. That stack there I am keeping. It just goes on like the top of my bookshelf. And then these are all like my middle grades. Sorry, I'm listening to the baby monitor. Middle grades, like my Harry Potter collection, which is going to end up on that black shelf just because I have nowhere else to put it. And then those books over there, those are books that kind of fit the same category as these, which is I don't know if I'm hanging on to them or they're books that I'm borrowing. Like that back stack right there, those are all from John's mom. Then this is my current Unhaul pile. So we'll go through those in a little bit. Well, probably in a couple of days because it's late, I'm getting tired, and I probably won't be able to do much tomorrow. So I feel like I've made some good progress. I mean, I got most of my books onto two shelves. Most of them. So I feel like that's good. Unless there's like a stack hiding somewhere that I just don't know about. Then I have to tackle that whole mess, but that can wait a few days. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, that is that. If I feel up to doing more stuff in here tomorrow, I will kind of put the last few books on my shelves. I'm kind of assuming I'm not going to, so there's that. I might, who knows, but I'll keep you guys posted if I do end up doing more like organizing type things in here. Otherwise, the next clip you see will probably just be me kind of showing you what books I'm unhauling. So we'll see what happens next. So I will see you guys whenever I do more with this whole reorganize / unhaul video. Hey everyone, so it is like almost 2 weeks later. I just never got around to actually filming the unhaul part of this video. So I am sitting on the floor. It's kind of like a weird angle, like from my bookshelves, but this is where all of the books are piled. So we're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna quickly just go through and show you what books I am unhauling. Normally when I do like an unhaul, I say like, oh, let me know if I should keep any of these, but I'm kind of just like dead set on getting rid of these, because if I like don't just get rid of them, they're going to sit here on my shelves and probably be unread for the next, well, foreseeable future. So I think I just need to get them like out of the house. So yeah, normally I'd say let me know if I should keep any of them, but we're just saying adios to all of these. So no real like these are just stacked up, no real rhyme or reason to the stacks. So I'm just going to show you quickly what I'm getting rid of. So first up is 10 Dead Comedians by Fred Van Lente, Fatal Inheritance by Rachel Reese. Then we have Icing on the Lake by Catherine Clark. Then I have The Conspiracy Club by Jonathan Kellerman. The End of Your Life Book Club by Will Schwalbe. You're about ready to see, or you will see in this unhaul, a ton of Book of the Month books. Yeah, here's two. This Close to Okay by Lisa Cross Smith. Then we have How Not to Die Alone by Richard Roper. I got this, when was this? This was May of 2019. It's been 2 years. Yeah. We have this very beat up copy of The Innocent Man by John Grisham. I just got a much better edition. This is actually probably just going in the trash. Like, it is so beat up. I have all of my Dan Brown books: The Lost Symbol, Angels and Demons, The Da Vinci Code, and there's a couple more somewhere else in the stack. Again, I've read the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, I think, are the ones that I've read. I enjoyed them. They were good. They were probably, I wasn't really like using Goodreads at the time, but they probably would be like 4 stars, but I just don't think I'm ever going to reread them, and they take up a lot of space on my bookshelf. So, yeah. Oh, okay, we have a couple more Book of the Month books. This, like, the Book of the Month books, it's all for the same reason. I selected them, and I have had them for at least a year, and I'm just not, like, reading them. So we have Hour of the Assassin by Matthew Quirk, and Winter Counts by David Heska Wanbley Whedon. Then we have this stack here are all like DNFs. So we have Not So Pure and Simple by Lamar Giles, Things in Jars by Jess Kidd, The Paris Hours by Alex George, very controversial. I DNF'd Illuminae. Yeah. That's that. It's just not for me. I've not heard a single person say a bad thing about this, but I tried listening to the audiobook, and trying to listen to the audiobook while I was working was probably not the best idea. So I was like, okay, like, I'm not like following what's going on. It's mixed media. I should try like reading it. Maybe that's the problem. And then I got like 70 pages in reading it physically, and I was like, nope, it's just not for me. So getting rid of that. I didn't DNF this one, but I'm getting rid of it. Gods of Jade and Shadow by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Just not interested anymore. I DNF'd A Good Neighborhood by Therese Ann Fowler. Then we have a bunch of L.M. Montgomery books, which I feel kind of bad about. But here's the thing. I read Anne of Green Gables last year. Really enjoyed it. I read the next one, which is what? Anne of Avonlea. I thought that one was all right. I ended up DNFing Anne of the Island because something happened in that book, and I was like, nope, I'm done. So if you're wondering, there's a couple things that happen with some animals that I'm just not a fan of. So I got rid of the rest, I got rid of Anne of Green Gables. I think I kept the series, or I kept Anne of Green Gables, got rid of the rest of the series, and kind of like still hung on to my other L.M. Montgomery books, but I'm just kind of not sure that I actually will ever read these. So I have the like Emily series, so Emily of New Moon, Emily Climbs, and Emily's Quest, and then I have Jane of Lantern Hill and The Story Girl. I think I'm getting rid of those. We have Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. I buddy read this with Rainey. I enjoyed it. We both, I think, really enjoyed it. I just don't think I'm ever going to read it again. And if I were to read it again, I would probably want a not like movie cover edition. I might get like a nicer edition like somewhere down the road, but this is, I mean, I like Reese Witherspoon. I think she's a great actress, but I don't know that I need a book with her face on the cover. I'm getting rid of What to Expect When You're Expecting. I did read this. I never talked about it on my videos, but I did read through most of it. I mean, I kind of just like read through what was applicable to me, but I mean, I am not DNFing, I am unhauling it because I don't really need it anymore. We have Wicked Appetite by Janet Ivanovich, Social Crimes by Jane Stanton Hitchcock, Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. Not really interested in it anymore. It Happened in Texas by James A. Crutchfield. Wait, is this the one? Okay, part of me does want to keep this, and there's one reason why. Okay, this is like a book that somebody in my family got me. Like, I'm very, like, I'm into history, but I don't know, I actually might keep this, now that I think about it. I just have had this forever. But there's one reason why I want to keep this, is it got printed with with chapters upside down. Like, an entire chapter is, like, upside down. I don't know if that's intentional. I don't think so. But I was like flipping through it one day and I was like, what? The chapter titled The Murder of a Newspaper Man. Like, it's upside down. I might hold on to this because I think that's interesting. That seems like a good reason to hold on to a book, right? And then we have A Tragic Kind of Wonderful and The Fault in Our Stars. I read both of these. I enjoyed both of them. I just don't think I'm ever going to reread them. We have The Christmas Shoes by Donna Van Leer. This was a 5-star read. I actually really enjoyed it, but I'm never going to reread it. We have Enchante by Gita Trelase. An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. This is a signed copy that I actually got at, I'm pretty sure, a library book sale. Not interested in it anymore. We have The Accidental Empress by Alison Pataki. Not interested in it anymore. Alex and Eliza by Melissa De La Cruz. This was another one. I read it. It was fine. Like, I enjoyed it. I listened to it. And I probably will read the other two books in the series. I'll probably listen to those as well. I just, again, don't think I'm ever going to, like, reread it. It's not a book that, like a lot of the books that I keep that I've read, I keep either because I think I'll reread it, or it's like, oh, I would like recommend this to people and like let people borrow it, and that's just not one that meets that criteria. The Christmas Train by David Baldacci, same thing. I read it, I enjoyed it. The House of Dreams by Kate Lord Brown, not really interested in it anymore. Friday Night Knitting Club by Kate Jacobs, read it. I've actually read this twice. Read it physically and listened to the audio. It's good. I enjoy it. Probably not going to reread it a third time. I'm like looking at some of these and I'm already like, do I actually want to unhaul these? The Once and Future King by T.H. White. I think I read this in high school or something like that. Bless Me Ultima. Not interested in it. Oh. Here's Anne of Avonlea. I was holding on to it because I also like enjoyed it, but I'm not going to read this series. I'm not. I tried and it's not for me. We have Prey by Michael Crichton. I'm just not really interested in this one. The Innocent by David Baldacci. Not really interested in it anymore. Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton. James Patterson's The Beach House in Beach Road. Emily Giffen, Where We Belong in Something Blue. I'm pretty sure I read both of these like years ago. But I'm not, like, I liked them. I didn't hate them, but, you know. Love Comes Softly by Janet Oak. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Rainey and Berna have been reading another one of her series. And part of me wants to, then they enjoy it. Part of me wants to read this. They turned this into a TV show. I think back when I was in college, maybe, or that's when my family was watching it. And my family all loved it. And I just couldn't get into the TV show. And then my mom's like, oh, well, there's a book. And I've had this book for years. Still haven't read it. Knit 2. I read this again. It was good. Probably will never reread it. The Opposite of Maybe by Maddie Dawson. The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. I think this is very pretty. I love it. But I didn't really enjoy Shakespeare when I had to read him in high school and college. So why I then purchased this, I don't know. Because I didn't enjoy reading him then. Why would I read him like now? Rainey, do not like judge me for that statement. Like, Rainey runs like what used to be called Shake Tube. I think she said is going to be like called Shake Timber or something this year. So Rainey, don't hate me, but Shakespeare's just not my thing, and so I'm going to unhaul this. 2 more Dan Brown books. Origin and Inferno. Okay, we're almost done here. Summer Hours at the Robbers Library by Sue Halpern. Again, I'm sure, like, it sounds, I actually feel like I might have read this at one point, honestly. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. But, yeah. Then we have A is for Alibi and B is for Burglar by Sue Grafton. This is part of the first 2 books in the Kinsey Milhone series. And I'm sure I will enjoy these. Like, I think I've actually read one of, like, the first one years and years ago. But my library has them, so if I ever find myself wanting to read them, I know I can check them out from the library. And there's no way I'm going to get the, like, 26 books in the series. Like, I have my, like, 26 book long Cozy Mystery series, which is the Hannah Swinson series. I don't have room on my shelf for multiple 26 book series. Then we have The Diviners by Libba Bray. I read this. It was fine. I just don't know if I'm going to continue on in the series. And yeah. Then we have some of my Gregory Maguires. So I have Wicked and Son of a Witch. Read this. I've read this, I think, a couple of times. It's fine. I think the play's better, or the like musical's better. I think I've read this one once. And then I've read Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister as well. I just, again, don't know that I'm ever going to reread them. And then the last 4, and 3 of them are books in a series. So I have the Gemma Doyle series. Read A Great and Terrible Beauty. Really enjoyed it. Read Rebel Angels. Enjoyed it enough. DNF'd the Sweet Far Thing because it's massive and I was listening to it and kept getting distracted. And like didn't know what was going on. So I was just kind of like, okay, we're done. The first 2 were good. And then last but not least, of the books that I'm unhauling is The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. This is another one that I'm just not interested in. So yeah, those are the books I am unhauling. I know there's like some probably controversial things in here. People are probably going to be like, how could you get rid of that? I just, while I've been feeling kind of like purgy and like, no, I've like kind of been in a bit of a like rut as far as reading goes. I was like, let me take advantage of kind of feeling like I just need to get rid of stuff and get rid of stuff. So that's what we're doing. We're getting rid of all these books. There will be like a follow-up video where when I actually take these out of my house, probably in the next couple of weeks, just whenever I can film it. So yeah, that is that. I think that is it, and that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.